Well, the first guest that we're going to bring in is James McDonald. Of course, this was from a couple of days ago. We did meet him down the river. Geez, he's in a good headspace, James. It's just great to catch up with him. He's bright, he's happy, and I know he's really expectant for the next few days. I did kick off with asking him just about how the ride on Chapata came about.
I think a week ago that they approached me to ride him. Obviously, there's been a few owner changes in the horse, and look, his form's been pretty good. Last couple of starts, I thought his run was sensational last start behind the favourite, and look, he's got to improve probably 3 or 4 lengths to compete with him, but I think he's lightly raced, he's on the up, and I think if there is a horse in the race that can improve, he's the one.
With that gap between his maiden win, which was by 5 lengths, and then into that race that you talked about at Caulfield, third up into this, he should be just about at fever pitch, shouldn't he?
Yeah, there's probably one little negative with him because he's it's all been a little bit rushed for him. He's only had the 5 starts, and he's come from a maiden straight to group racing into a derby over 2,500, which is not easy to do, but he feels like he's got untapped ability, and he's a lovely horse to ride. He relaxes well. He's got a good turn of foot. I think he'll handle the trip no problem at all, and he's a pretty exciting horse to be riding on Derby Day.
From 12 or into 10 probably when the emergencies come out, what are the plans from there?
I haven't really spoken to Mike about it too in depth really, but I see he races on speed, and in saying that, there's a good amount of speed in this race, in this derby. So, but in saying that, only probably 3 or 4 will run the trip out properly. So we're mindful of that, but he's a runner's chance. I think he's probably. I'll be very surprised if he didn't finish in the top 3.
One of the blue ribbons of the day is the Coolmore. You've got Zoo saying there, he looks like a horse with any amount of ability. How do you assess him?
Yeah, he's a superstar in his own ride. Look, take out the Autumn Sun, he's a dual Group 1 winner going into this race. He's finished second as a 2-year-old to the Autumn Sun, and then come back, and I thought he had the Golden Rose all parcelled up there, and a very good horse run over top of him, but there's no Autumn Sun in this, but in saying that, there's still a lot of quality in it. Very even bunch of horses. I thought there's no real standout, and it's probably not. You could make a case for 3 or 4 real strong cases. It's just luck in the running, but I think he's the right horse for the straight. He's felt good up the straight before, and he's a bit of a pouncer. Like he sits back in his races and then comes with a finishing burst. So, and I think that's a great attribute to have for the straight racing.
For a jockey, what's that straight race riding like? Do you have to sort of change tactics a little bit?
Well, it's hard. It's hard because it's you've got to judge speed as well as. Not many leaders can lead all the way up the straight. It takes a very good horse to do that, but that's why a horse that can get covered up a little bit and produce late is a big advantage. Been lucky enough to ride up the straight at Ascot and places like that, and it's not easy to judge because there's so much happening, and like I said, it's a test of stamina as well as turn of foot.
Okay, yeah, Shillelagh goes around the Empire Rose Stakes. What are you making of her? She was Group 1 winner, I think, this time last year.
Yeah, she's a star, and she's flying at the moment.
Yeah.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me if she wins really well here. Her form's been outstanding against the boys, and she's back to her own sex in the Empire Stakes, and I think she's in with a great chance. Obviously, it's probably one of the best renewals of this race for a while because we've got these 3 really good 3-year-olds in it.
Yeah.
And they've competed at the highest level, albeit a bit against their own age. But I think she's going as well as she can ever go, and I think she's one of my better rides.
Okay, yeah. Of your remaining rides, who are the ones that you're most looking forward to getting on?
On that day?
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's another assignment coming up.
I'm looking forward to Lee Remain, actually. I've got a real soft spot for the horse. He's a war horse. He's competing against another war horse that I know pretty well in Hartnell, but they're both very similar. They turn up every preparation. They give it their all, and look, they're Group 1 winners and proper Group 1 winners in their own right. But it's a handicap race, anything can happen, but he's going really well.
I guess you do have a mind on another day as well. You're on the Melbourne Cup favourite on Tuesday. How are you feeling about it right now?
Well, he's going all right as long as he gets there in one piece. They're dropping like flies at the moment, but look, he's going really well. He couldn't have done any more in his lead-up race, and yeah, just looking forward to jumping back on his back. I haven't sat on him since that race, so it's going to be very exciting. It's obviously when I do swing my leg over, it's going to be on game day. So yeah, hopefully he draws well and gets a bit of luck in the running, and hopefully he'll do the rest.